Hello? Hello? Yeah,
Hi, my name is Mark, and I'm calling you on behalf of Lifetime. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Well, I'm calling today to confirm you that you are now eligible to get free of cost cell phone, unlimited internet. It will be completely funded by federal government. You don't have to pay nothing. It's free of cost to you. Sir, may I know how old are you?
Can you repeat what you just said, but in English instead, please? Please repeat it in English, please. Ben showed Markelode Chudia. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Greetings to you all, members of the Salvation Nation. We are here live and in effect, as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Scammer called just as I came on live. I tried to get him to speak English, but to no avail. Nonetheless, good to see you guys. Alrighty, welcome. Good to see you guys. Let's get into it. We got some comments to get to. We're going to get to those here from Shizzlabam. Shizzlabam says here, I began paying particular attention here, he says, during the trucker convoy in Canada when the bank accounts were closed to those who donated. I was already stacking at this point, but it only steeled my resolve to keep as little fiat in banks as possible and to stack hard. Yep, no, I hear you. And that very well could be the road we're heading down with some of this stuff that's happening, because with no explanation, you never know. And somebody said it was fear mongering, but nonetheless, let's take another scam call. Hello?
Hi, this is Dennis with GMB Optimizers. Am I speaking with the
Hi,
owner
Dennis.
of Nagin?
Yes, I am the owner of Nagin Enterprises. What's the name of your company again?
The company name is Google My Business Optimizers. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Google My Business Optimizer. What's your name?
My name is Dennis.
Dennis.
Well, actually,
I hope you don't become a menace to me.
Go
ahead. Right,
okay.
yeah. Go ahead.
Actually, we are a certified Google partner, and recently we have done a research that shows that your Google My Business is not managed properly, for which you're losing a lot of customer. And
that's probably right. And you know what? If it's Google, I trust you completely. So this is great. Very good. Go ahead.
Okay, and just to let you know, as far as Google's new policy, the business that appears unclaimed, unverified, or which are unmanaged are going to be removed by Google Map within the next 2030.
No, please don't remove it. I need to be on the Google. It is imperative that I become on the Google. Please keep me there, okay? Because I want to keep my baby maker alive. I need to keep my... Very good. Go ahead. Okay, how can we do this?
Okay, so
okay, Dennis?
The company name is Nagin Enterprise. And how long you have been running this business?
I've been running it for as long as I've owned it. That's 14 years. There's not been a single day that I've not run the business. I've ran it ever since I've started it. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I began it. I am the operator and the manager. I'm the CEO, I'm the CIO, and I'm the CFO.
Okay.
Do you know what those acronyms mean?
What's that? I'm sorry?
Do you know what those acronyms mean that I just rattled off to you now?
No. Are you trying to say this is a one-man operation?
No. I've got employees under me. I'm just the head of it. I'm my own best friend. I'm a MOG. I'm my own best friend. But I have employees that are underneath of me, okay? They're underneath of me right now. They're locked in the basement. I can give you DNA samples if you need it.
I don't need that anyway.
Did you know that the Google is watching you right now?
Yep, I know. Right. And I even know that my call is being recorded by Google.
That's right. They're recording everything. Exactly right. You know, you have a lot of insight because you work for Google Analytics or whatever it is you work for.
Okay. So what I can see here is your business is not listed in the Google, and May I know your business?
I thought you said it was, and it
Your,
was going to disappear from the Google map soon if I didn't do something right.
I just pulled up all the information, and it shows
Help
that
me.
that Negan Enterprises is in Facebook, but not in Google.
Well, put it in.
Both are
Go ahead and put it
different
into Google.
platforms.
Go ahead and slap it into Google. That's fine. I would appreciate you if you could do that. Just slap it into Google for me, okay? And then we'll be
Okay,
all
no
set.
problem.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We will help you verify and manage and gain the access to build
That's
your
what she
business.
said. That's what she said.
Okay. So I have your business name as Negan Enterprise, which is Negan Enterprise.
Got it.
ENTER.
You nailed it. You got it. That's exactly right, Dennis. Very good.
May I know your first and the last name?
It is Charles Manson. Charles. Manson is MANSON, but you can call me Chuck for long. Even though they're both the same number of syllables, so phonetically it wouldn't be short or long. It's Charles and Chuck is just as easy to say as anything else, but I would prefer you call me Chuck. Just don't call me Up Chuck. Don't call me Up Chuck, though. I appreciate that, okay?
Okay.
What are you not going to call me, Dennis? What are you not going to call me? First, before we do that, I want to make sure that you understand what not to call me. What will you not call me?
So basically, I have to call you Chuck. And
but
what was the name you told me? Like you don't want me to call.
That's what I'm
like
asking.
that?
I just told you that. I want you to. Someone to see if you were listening to make sure. So you repeat back to me what you're not going to call me.
Mason?
No, Mason is a. Well, Mason is another name. It's not my last name. My last name is Manson.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Manson. Very good.
Okay, Mr. Manson.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Manson,
You can call me Chuck.
Cell phone number, which you want
202-867 5309, not 5309, 5309. Okay, dude?
Okay, so I have the
You can call me
number
dude, by the way. It's okay. You can call me dude. It doesn't make me 6 a.m. to call me dude. Okay, very good.
The call is being recorded.
Thank
so
you.
I'm not
So
able
let
to,
this be on the recording. I'm going to say it again because it should have been on the recording before, which you can refer to if you go back and listen to the recording. But I'm going to say it again to make sure it's abundantly clear. I do not like to be called Up Chuck.
Up Chuck.
Up Chuck.
Okay.
Do not call me Up Chuck. Okay. Can you repeat that back to me? Tell me what you do not call me.
You don't want me to call you Up Chuck.
That's
you
right.
Want me to
call me Chuck. Right. Call me Chuck.
Okay, sure.
All right.
So, and is this the number you want in the
Yes.
listing?
202-867-5309.
Okay, and may I have the email address which you want in the Google?
In the Google, it's going to be YT47 at YT47 at CompuServe.net.
Could you please spell it out?
That out. THATOUT. Okay?
.net?
No, CompuServe.net. Yeah, CompuServe.net. Yep. There you go. We got it. Are we all good? Are we all good here? Are we squared away or are we rounded away? Are we squared away or rounded away, Dennis? Which one?
Yep, we're all okay.
Well, okay. So you're not going to involve any shape. There's not going to be any shape at all involved in this. We're not going to be squared around. We're just okay. Just okay.
Okay. And may I have your business address?
23 Peach Street, Monroe, Louisiana, 71202.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And what type of industry is this?
Manufacturing of products.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are your service areas?
My service areas are across the continental United States, except for California, Montana, Michigan, Indiana, Massachusetts, Louisiana, Texas, South Dakota, North Dakota, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Nunavut, Chihuahua, Mexico, Florida,
Just
and
cut it
Jefferson
short.
City, Missouri.
Which areas do you give the service?
Right. Well, I was just telling you that the entire continental United States, except for California, Montana, Texas, Vermont. Let me see. I'll just put my list away here. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Prince Edward Island. We don't do any service in Prince Edward Island. We don't do anything in Chihuahua, Mexico. We also pretty much try to steer clear of Aleppo, Syria as well. We try to stay clear of Aleppo, Syria.
Okay.
Is that going to be on the recording?
So
I want to make sure it's on the
days and
recording.
hours?
I want to make sure this call is still being recorded, correct?
Yes.
All right. I want to make it abundantly clear that we do not do any services for residents living in Aleppo, Syria. Did we get that?
Yep, got you.
But we do.
Okay,
We do Indiana. We
what
do
are-
Indiana. Just so you understand, Indiana's
Okay,
Indiana's in the clear. We will do.
And can you give me the zip codes of the service areas?
Well, there's a whole bunch of them. I have to compile them by doing a database analysis tool to be able to make that happen, which I don't have handy with me right now. It involves some geospatial queries to make that happen. I'm just not at a point where I can do that yet. But give me a few weeks and I'll have my girl fax that over to you. Okay.
Okay. And
Thank
what are your business days and hours?
We're open 24/7, except for Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays between the hours of 1 and 7. Mondays, we're not doing anything from 1:30 to 1:15. And then Fridays, there's no business hours that occur between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. But other than that, it's 24/7.
24/7 means all the week you'll be working.
Well, yeah, we're working throughout the week. Yeah, that's right, except for those hours and times that I've told you. But it was 24/7, 365. You can put that in there too. That we like to put that. So you can just put 24/7, 365, and then put the exceptions in there after on the listing. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, so for the first 2 months, the charge is gonna be, there will be a charge of first 2 months.
What do you mean? What kind of charge?
$29
I thought it was free to advertise on the Google.
To get you in the listing, there would be a charge of $29.99.
That's it?
For the first 2 months.
Oh,
and after, I'm sorry?
And then after that, what is it?
And when you step at third month,
Did you just say third month? There is no month of turd, sir. We have Black History Month, we have Pride Month, but there is no turd month. There's not been a single month dedicated to turds or crap out there. Now, fecal does matter. Fecal matter matters. There's no question about that, sir. But so far, there's not been any kind of month that's been donated to defecation. Just so you understand.
Okay.
Because you said turd month. What is the turd month? I just don't understand what the turd month is. I mean, unless I'm missing something.
So
I like to keep up.
Yep. Let me explain. So for the first 2 months, it's gonna be $29.99, and when 2 months is completed, the charge is gonna be $39.99 for each month.
And what month will that be? What month comes after the second month?
You can. Third month?
It's not turd. I don't believe in poopy,
No?
sir. That's gross. I'm not a big fan of the poopy, if you want me to be honest with you. In fact, I just took a dump a couple hours ago, but I'm done. I'm free and clear right now. I don't want a turd month. I mean, if I had a whole month of crap all over the place, I would not be very productive, would I, sir? That means I wouldn't be able to pay you for the service. How does this work?
So just give me a quick moment while I transfer this call to my supervisor, and he can help you with the listing, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Dennis. Thanks for not being a menace.
Oh, okay. Just give me a quick moment.
If I could only sing like Lassie Farm did in his last video, that was pretty cool, man. He could sing it. He's gonna kick your ass. Keep on rocking in the free world. Bow, 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 bow. Good to see you, Cybercurrent Twitcher. I'm behind on comments now because the scammers are holding us up here. Oh, he hung up on me, the motherless goat, son of a motherless goat. So anyways, very good. So he began paying particular attention during the trucker journey. Yes, indeed. Steel Resolve. I do not blame you. It's pretty crazy what's going on there. Yes, indeed it is. And James Alex, gold paint or gold leaf? I bet Trump has that. That's right, exactly. Generic Stacker was number 1 here. Ghost in Plain Sight says, may be shot across the ballot at all LCSs. Hope this doesn't turn into a trend. Yes, I hope it doesn't either. It's pretty scary to think about. Constitutional Stacker with the first super chat of the night towards his campaign for President CS 2024. You know what CS stands for? Well, he's the first 2 letters in Lewis. All right, very good. Thanks, brother. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Constitutional Stacker. Appreciate it, my friend. Good to see you. And Creek Runner, slurping and some gold there for emoticons. Always appreciate that as we try to march on up here and catch up some of these. There's a lovely gold chick who I think is with us tonight. Good to see you, gold chick. Rocky Superstar is here. Jason Hastings, crazy how the price of libs has got. Yes, Libertads have gone up pretty crazily. Yes, they have. User says, I seriously doubt this one, my man. Don't be offended. I love the channel. No worries. Hey, China's giving away gold. No, I understand. It makes you question, wonder, but apparently it's been reported by several outlets out there. I'm just kind of reporting, but I can understand why people would doubt it too. Appreciate it. Always feel free to speak your mind. And like I said, some people do it. They disagree and they're very crass and rude. Others are very respectful. And so I appreciate you. Definitely. Steve says, Steve in Florida caught your video and enjoyed it. Thank you. Now Uncle Sal or Wise Man 303. I'm trying to understand what has happened. Is it that much going out, or did they back up the COMEX vault? I played this video twice so as to better understand. Yes, we will go into recession and it will be worse than the Fed will say. Fed's been wrong about a lot. Yes, it makes you wonder, maybe, there could be a number of different things. Sadly, the Commitment of Traders report is vague enough that people can interpret it in a lot of different ways. And I think, too, this could be interpreted in a couple of different ways. So it's somewhat conjecture here, but if history is some guide, then we very well may see a spike up, and then it could correct itself at some point in time. Good to see you. Michael K. Big Trader is here. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate you guys joining us here. And as we march on here to the next one guy says, remember, value or worth is placed on something by people who think a certain way about said object. Yes, indeed. You can change opinions of masses of people to think something is less valuable. It will be indeed worth less over time. They're finding ways for people not to value gold, therefore manipulate the price and get it on the cheap, only to come back later to say just kidding and bolster the price. Well, one guy, I definitely see what you're saying, and there is some truth to that. But I would say that gold, for all intents and purposes, has survived that kind of cultural and, I don't know what you would say, propaganda. I don't know how else to say it, but it survived it. Red Crawler is here. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. And let's see here. We've got the Chaser says, asteroids, planets. Yes, indeed. Asteroids and planets. Oh, my. Bosnian Stacker says, very cool. I have seen these running around eBay. Yes, the Salivate Metal Silver card. That's right. I forgot about this. Thank you for checking that out. They do pop up from time to time on eBay. Maybe one of these days I'll show those and the other Salivate Metal collectibles made of precious metals. Good to see you. Judith and Dan Davis is here. Good to see you. We got Tucson Bubba is here. And Mark Razor says, I was worried there is a war on stackers and we haven't seen nothing yet. Well, I don't know. I don't even want to necessarily say that that's exactly what's happening or not, at least right now. But I could see that it could come because 2 local coin shops, at least, there may be even more that have been affected by this. So, but you could be right. But I'm I'm not necessarily want to go there quite yet, but we'll see here. Gold is money, and that is for sure. Thank you, my friend. Gold is being used as currency right now. In this video, we talked about it. And Conrad says, your shutdown video about 1 hour after this is no longer available. Well, Conrad, yeah, I mistakenly put it out to all the channel members when I meant to put it out just for the eligible members. So somebody got some people got it a freebie at the beginning of that. But anyways, good to see Hasta La Vista Adventures. Welcome. Good to see you. 2,000 ounces. Wow. Thank you, Rusty Bridges, for checking out the full silver stack video. Bosnian Stacker says, goldbacks are a joke. You would be much better off if you collected 1 gram gold coin or instead of this garbage. I really do not know why you are promoting this because it's useless until someone is willing to accept it. Well, that's right, Bosnian. By the way, thank you, Shadow Work, for the super chat, $1.99. I appreciate that. And so Bosnian Stacker, what you're not understanding about this and what I describe in all the videos I've done about goldback, they are not for stacking. They are not for stacking. That's one thing I've said multiple times. There are for transactions, and so they're not garbage if they're accepted, and more and more people are accepting it now. So that's why I'm talking about it, because it's a fascinating experiment, if nothing else. The fact that they're growing in multiple states and being utilized by businesses and transactions, not for stacking. Now, people do collect them, and they're paying high premiums for them. I would not suggest that people do that. I would not suggest that people stack it. If you want to collect it, that's fine, but you're going to pay a high premium. That's the difference. Big difference in the goldback. Move out, draw fire. Thank you. No problem. Appreciate you watching. And Tiny Panther, for gold, they are insane, in my opinion. It's most likely fake gold, knowing China is in love with making counterfeit gold coins and bars so obvious. Why else would it be free? Yeah, come on, you fake free gold bars. Well, it's supposedly it's an incentive in order to bolster the price, like getting one of those big rebate checks and the like. But yep, I see what you mean. I would definitely be checking it to make sure that it is genuine myself. Yes, indeed. Busamio says, gold is rare at my house. And send some here. Very good. Thank you. Rusty Britches says, that wrench is cool. I think I'm going to try casting and pouring something similar. All right, good job. Good luck with that. I hope it turns out great. Shadow Work is here. Good to see you. Death by Noose says, I just bought another ounce of the Earth's core. There you go. Nice. Congratulations. It's all made of gold. Very, very good. Open to public. Send me some. There you go. That's right. There you go. 24K. Thumbs up. Thank you, Homestead Aquarius. Appreciate you. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for popping in. And science models have been underwhelmingly poor lately. Indeed, they have. Yep, I agree. 300 mil T in circulation, 300 mil T in a single mine in Ghana. All right. Yeah, Ghana has a lot of gold there for sure. And very good. There you go. Tucson Bubba has a set of original gangster goldbacks from each state. How can I tell if I collect them or stack them? Well, I think you collect them, Tucson Bubba. If you have a set from each state, that's a nice, impressive collection, I would say. So yes, indeed. And it just turns out that you can probably stack them on top of each other, but I would say that's a collection. Yes, indeed. The Chris 3033. I'm not the so distant future in the not so distant future, he says here. It may be possible to mine precious metals from asteroids, but the cost per ounce will be astronomical, pun intended probably. That will be many, many more years before it's competitive with the terrestrial sources. You're exactly right. That's why most people are laughing about it. The Stig is here. Good to see you. Electric Ninja is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. By the way, I owe Constitutional Stacker 2 push-ups, and I think somebody else popped in $1.99 or something like that, so that's 4. So I'll do push-ups with the next one that comes in. Just remember that I owe 4 push-ups here. The White Mamba, I am shocked. Proof coins wasn't an option to avoid stacking. Yeah, I guess I probably should have done that too. But those premiums are so high, most people understand that those are collector coins. And these are 5 silver coins, but I guess, yeah, you could add that too. But that's, but yeah, most people, I think, understand that. These are the most commonly misconceived stackable items that we do there. Very good. All right. And there you go. T-Sun Bubba, he stacks them on top of another. Well, there you go. That technically, I guess, is a stack then. Yeah, there you go. All right. Oh, let's get back over here to Mr. Exclusive 5406. Says here, precious metals are not rare. Well, not anymore after all the mining. Can wake up and not even get out of bed, can obtain metals. What's rare is wealth. Precious metals are wealth, always has been. There you go. That's a good point. You technically can get them with a click of a button from your bed before you even get out. That's true. But you will pay a lot of money for them, and a lot of it because of the demand rarity factors. Yes, indeed. Tucson Bubba with a $5 super chat for a coffee slurp. We're going to do it in stereo. Everybody put on your headphones. This is for the great Tucson Bubba. Here we go. All right. And we're going to go ahead and do 9 push-ups, because what we do is typically every dollar donated via super chat, we do 1 push-up or 1 exercise. Every dollar donated via PayPal friends and family, we do 2 push-ups or 2 exercises. So here we go for Tucson Bubba and the others from earlier. We're going to do 9 push-ups. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see here. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. That's it. Made it happen. Appreciate you guys. Good to see Clock Fixer. Wouldn't want to pull a hammy. That's right. I'd be strung up if I did that. Jeff Nelson is here. Big Trader is here. Thanks for the slurp. Emoticons here. You guys are awesome. Very, very cool. And we've got MV504. Those gold bars are as good as their ghost cities. Implying that they're fake. And Salgorithm Food for the gold. Thank you, CCT. Cybercurrent Twitcher, the one and the only. He is the one. And the Treasure Seeker says, is it even trustworthy? Doesn't sound like it. Yes. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. And Thomas Deldridge says, China gives you gold, and here we get EBT cards from the government. Yeah. Exactly. If it's real, we'll see. All right, very good. And Stage says here 190 tons of gold, or 190,000 tons of gold, he says here. About 260 tons of gold above ground and below ground. That is known for easy extraction. That is a scale now that we can use to measure constantly changing supply chains against the known quantity of gold. Your comment about rarity does not equate to value is spot on. Now take gold off the scale and place Bitcoin on. There's no way to measure a changing supply chain against nothing. BTC does not scale. So what is money? We can define it now. Money is a relative constant against a changing supply chain by mass on a price scale. Interesting. But you forgot the other attributes of money. And being a relative constant against a changing supply chain, how do you define constant? It's got to be something that is interchangeable. Is that part of the constant? It's got to be something that is fungible, divisible, and the like. Is that part of the relative constant? If it is, then yeah, you might be right. It's got to be accepted for sure. But anyway, Love Button is here. Good to see you. We got, let's see, JM Unleashed is here with us, by the way. Good to see JM Unleashed. We've got King Trump 2024. Hey, China, send me some too, please. There you go. Sending his way. Mariana Colser says, thank you, Uncle Sal. That's amazing. Thank you for checking it out and watching the video. My kitten is a grandmaster. Pretty soon, cryptocurrency is going to fall from the sky, and people like Mark Cuban are going to try and convince you you should buy it and listen to him because cryptocurrency will never fall from the sky. That's right. Yep. Gold Silver Junkie, I'm staying with refining gold-filled electric gold scrap. Shout out to Street Tips. Yep, that's the channel of refinement, which is tell you what, there's a lot that goes into that. I'm glad I don't do that. That's a lot of time, but hey, a lot of people do it. This is so wrong about the shutdown. Yep, pretty bad indeed. Same in Canada and UK with Farage. You know, the thing is, I do think there ought to be some laws to protect people, because bank accounts, people rely on those. You just have them shut down without warning. There's no consumer rights when it comes to the banking sector. Why is that? Yes, indeed. Very good. I do wonder about that. Why are there no consumer rights? There's FDIC insurance, which is only part of the deal here. Looks like we had another scam call come in, and I missed it. Oh well. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that tonight. Two Brother Stacking. Sal, I know about this too. Yeah, let's see here. They won't even give the reasons why they close them. One thing that I wish they would have told us, the bank, thanks for this video. Your news helps us stay up on the times. Big thumbs up. Thank you, Two Brothers. I appreciate that so much. Yes, indeed. Very kind of you. Count Derpila. Good to see you. Count Derpila is here. Oh, what did I do here? Dang it. I screwed something up here. All right. Bob Thompson on this video about the shutdown, the bank shutdown, says, saw this video right after it's posted, immediately showed to the wife. This will be how we will be played. I made a statement you read on stream last night. Hear it, learn it, live it. That's right, Bob Thompson. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Thank you, my friend. All right. Let's get back over here and catch up to the next comment as we march on through this live stream of madness. We've got David Hamtero. Bullion coin shops are the main avenue stackers buy and sell. Indeed, they are. This happens more often. I'm done with stacking. It's scary if they are using draconian ways to disrupt stackers. Well, there will always be ways to interchange, I believe, to get gold and silver. I wouldn't give up on stacking per se, but I would definitely watch the avenues and see here. I mean, anyways, Gary Croft, this is happening all too often here in the United Kingdom. They don't just stop there. They close your family's accounts as well, and that's exactly what happened to this local coin shop owner. They closed his personal account down with no explanation. It's crazy. It really is. Let's see. Spirit of Goldfish. Fascism is a marriage of corporations and government. It's not socialism. It also nonsense to think the corporate elite are Marxist. We'll have to look at the actual definitions of the terms. I'm of the understanding that socialism is where they control government, or they work with government, or control. The corporations are controlled by the government, but not owned by the government. Where communism is where they own the government, and Marxism is, I guess, is the ultimate part of that. But fascism, I'm not sure exactly how that weighs into it. Marriage of corporations and government, or what have you. But a marriage is an equal, is usually equal, right? Or should be equal, or very close to equal. But nonetheless, I guess we can get into the semantics there, but maybe we have to look into that. Zook, bank accounts frozen. Welcome to Canada. Well, technically, frozen means you can't get the assets out. I think they'll be able to get the funds, but yes, indeed. Donovan Robbins here on this video. Capture some of these comments here. You guys are awesome. And thank you for putting up with me as we march on through here. Let's see, he's made a couple major purchases this summer that required a couple of large withdrawals, and that's where it gets kind of scary. That's when you withdraw money, they do not like that. They do not like that at all. I wanted to get it out of the way just in case the crap started. Fortunately, I use a credit union, and although I use a cashier's check rather than cash, they never blinked an eye, much less guess me or refer me to a larger branch. The companies I made the purchases from readily accepted those checks without batting an eye as well. Cash wouldn't have slowed the transaction and no credit card fees involved. State tax did suck, but I don't have to sweat wondering if an online purchase will be picked up or down the road. Funny thing, both purchases inadvertently support any future security or grid disruption. Well, good for you, Donovan. Yes, indeed. Very good. John Knox here. He says in the chat, fascism, Marxism, and communisms are all different types of socialism. Okay. I've always thought socialism led to communism, but anyways, the founder of fascism was a far-left socialist. Nazism and communism were very close to each other, two sides of the same coin. Yep, that's an interesting take on it. Yep, I've always heard that communism was kind of the crux of it, where the government controls everything. But yeah, but I'm not sure exactly how the fascistic state is. But socialism, I mean, look at National Socialism, and they called Hitler a fascist, right? So I guess there is some relation there, isn't it? Very good. All right. And Helen Dobbs says, hey, that's why I keep the minion in the bank. I have a large vault and keep it there. I have some fiat money just in case. All right, there you go. Very nice. Minion in the bank. Bob Thompson says, don't forget they shut down his family as well. Well, and I know it was him. I don't know if he said actually his family, but I know they shut down his account. Very, very good. And let's see here. World Economic Forum, hard at work. Indeed they are. Thank you, Teo Sterling, for coming in tonight. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate your comments. And Thomas Renickle says, I've been traveling nurse across the Midwest from Colorado, Kansas, Iowa, Michigan, etc. Many of these stores on Google were closed permanently. I'm no longer at that location on Google Maps, or several told me to call for an appointment and come to another location. Very strange. Maybe they talked to the same scammer I did. Want to bilk a bunch of money out of me to list my businesses on Google. It's crazy. All right. So his wife and kids got hit. Okay. Wow. Yeah, maybe I missed that in his video. But that is something else. You want to talk about draconian. That is pretty draconian. And they get his wife and kids' account. Insane. All right. Silver Honda, please pray for the Floridians who may be impacted by tropical storm Dahlia, which is supposed to be turning. Yes, it's already at level 2. So hopefully it won't get any higher. But it probably will get to a 3, category 3. Praying for you guys. Silver Honda. Welder, B1 family, our Prime Minister in Canada showed his hand, freezing bank accounts of supporters of the truck convoy. Indeed, he did. Absolutely draconian. Yes, indeed. Very good. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's march on up here to the next comment. We have got Daddy Silverbuck says, cashless system. Now, that's what's eventually what they want, but it's going to take quite a while for that to occur. But it makes you wonder if that might be something. I think it's okay to speculate because you never know. Twitch Radio, they must have thought he was laundering money or something. Yeah, but they didn't provide any evidence or anything like that. But yeah, I wonder if that's the case. El Vampiro, government shutting down ways common folks can obtain precious metals so they can come in and own it all a little at a time. You know, it makes you wonder, especially with the money laundering. Thank you, Global Warmer, for the thumbs up. Makes you wonder what the money laundering avenue and the cash stuff, that if they're being flagged by some sort of algorithm, and I think I mentioned this in the video, where they do that in order to be ESG compliant. And some people say because I said that in the video that that's fear-mongering, but ESG is actually a real thing and is being used. The people and companies are being, and this is, by the way, why Bud Light did their thing with Dylan Mulvaney, because of the ESG scores, environmental social governance. All right. Silver Commander, it's Huntington Bank. Also, if you bank with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, I'd be cautious. Yes, indeed. Yep, very scary stuff. Gary Croft says, read the terms and conditions. When you put money into an account and it's no longer yours, you gave it to them. They can close your account, bail if you want. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing about it. Got to read your terms and conditions to see. Scammer time. Hello?
Yep. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Hello. Hi.
Yeah, this is Leo.
Hi, Liam.
No, Leo. Leo. I work the real estate sector. Okay.
Real estate sector. Okay.
Yeah. You mentioned that the only way you're gonna be getting this done will be over the phone.
That's right. This is the only way we're gonna do it is over the phone. That's right. That's right.
Okay. So then I provided the best number.
Right. So why didn't
I really haven't heard from you.
Well, I tried calling you, but it didn't answer, and the like. You know what I'm saying? I tried calling back,
exactly
and
is it that you?
so what exactly do you want to help from me for this thing?
Yeah, so there's multiple options, right? Okay, I have.
Can we start with option 7? Let's start with option 7 and work our way every other one. So we'll go to option 7,
Okay,
option 5, option 3, and then option 1. Then we'll do 2, 4, 6, and 8.
Okay, so 30-year deal,
Right.
20-year deal, 15-year deal, or even a 10 years. Okay.
Okay.
All that would take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Assessing your taxes, credit, rent roll, rental income, cash flow, and obviously.
Is this all in point number 7?
Okay. Option number 2.
Wait a second. You're supposed to do 7 and then go to point number 5. You start. Where are we at now, sir?
Did you want a term sheet? Do you want a term sheet for your review?
A term sheet, yeah. But first, I want to know: did we start with option 7 or did you go to number 1 first?
Did you want the 30-year option? Or did you want something within 10 years?
Let's do something. Let's do like 15 years just for fun.
Okay, so 15 years, I have to assess your taxes, credit, rent roll, rental income, cash flow, and
Red roll.
market value.
What's a red roll? Can you explain what a red roll is?
Are you collecting rent roll? Are you collecting rental income, passive income?
Oh, rental roll. Yes, I've got a little bit of passive income, a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, what is your annual gross? What can you handle?
There's nothing. I keep a clean house here. Nothing's gross in my place here. Or at the business. OSHA comes in all the time. They make sure everything is spotless. There's nothing gross for the whole year. It's totally clean. What's the, is that an ambulance or a fire truck behind you? Sounds like an ambulance.
Not certain, man.
It could be. I don't think police sirens sound like that, do they? If the long high sirens, I think are ambulances, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not certain. You got great ears.
Thank you. That's what she said. Obama does too, by the way. Obama's got the best ears known to mankind and womankind and transgender kind.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm
Jim,
holding on.
Is that you?
Yes, it's me, Jim.
Yeah, you never got back to me regarding the.
Yeah, we went through this at the very beginning of the call. Remember?
No.
But now we're starting. Let's get to point. Let's get to point number 5. Can we get to point number 5?
We had this conversation on a Friday. Okay?
Right.
We were on the phone for about 2 hours. Okay.
2 hours.
Show in Central Park. Okay, and we shook the hand over the phone.
We shook the hand. That's right.
I'm actually really startled as to why I don't have the deed.
Don't have the deed.
You're out in California. You're dealing with some annualization, some shit like that. Okay, you never sent me anything. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna provide my best email. Okay.
Okay. Your best email.
That's it.
But that implies that you have. Well, wait a second. This is not good. This is not good. Hung up on me. 2 hours. I like to waste a scammers a long time, but not for 2 hours.
I'm on the other line. I'm on the other line.
But wait a second. Why did you hang up on me? We didn't finish point 7. You're not on the other line. There's no way he can be on the other line. Come on, man. Boing, boing, boing. All right. Well, we got a lot of comments to get through. Silver Commander, I'd get my money out of Bank America.
Hello.
ASAP.
Unfortunately, we aren't able to take your call right now.
Yeah.
Please call us back later. Thank you.
All right, here we go. And let's see here. All right, Jonathan Huson says, research the debanking of protesters, in particular Jerry McKenzie and the Pat King in Canada. His ordeal was the worst. Veteran debanked from Scotiabank with no reason, just cut off, and the bank held his mortgage, and they cut him off from paying his mortgage. Wow, that's insane. It looks like the scammer texted me. Let's see here. Why did you hang up on me? I'll try to call him back again real quickly here. So, Tony B, banks are going out of business. They're going to be closing all lines of credit and closing my account, any account. That does not make them any money. Survival mode. That very well could be it. A part of it, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, but I tell you what, that's pretty scary. If you see that in mass, starting with the companies that aren't making them any money, there really could be something to that. But anyways, we've had some recent bank failures.
Unfortunately,
but they've mostly
been, to take your call right
they've
now.
been mostly regional bank failures, but I digress. Some of these are probably, I don't know how big that bank was. Silver Commander, my great-grandfather lived through the Depression, and he never trusted banks. Yes, never trusted them. Truth Watcher says, banks closing bullion shops, gold and silver are about to rally. Well, if we see more of it happen, if it becomes a trend, then yes, we well could see. Greg, 7129, they have declared war on the people. These actions are out theft. It's past time to stand up together and stop these criminal actions. No one else is going to. Or, look into starting other types of banking. He says he's on a call. Yeah, right, he's not on a call. The scammer. Agile Minded, this has been happening in England too. It's hilarious that despite the banks hiding behind people's actions, they know that people's strengths and weaknesses are their finances. Perhaps use multiple accounts of different banks if possible. It's a war against cash and dirty moves will be made to the public. Yes, very good point. You never know. All right. Let's see here. Be your own bank. You can set your own interest rate. There you go. That's true. That's exactly right. That's part of the idea, by the way, of stacking. Is you're having some your finances outside of the financial institutions. All right. And on this video as well too, we've got Mark Hazley. He says the following here. Yeah, they are strangling the ability of the people to defend or protect their wealth little by little intentionally. No one challenges their tyrannical grip on anyone's freedom because of their agenda of continued terror via the injustice system, administrative overreach and abuse, and worst of all, the takeover of free press, media outlets by agenda-driven corporations in the pockets of those inflicting harm. Yep, Mark, can't argue with a lot of that. This has become it's becoming more and more like 1984, that's for sure. All right, very, very good. And a Rubber City Rebel says, Chase recently closed my personal checking account for no apparent reason. Wow, that's pretty scary. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. And John says, you know this was coming. You knew this was coming, yes. Let's see, the writing was on the wall, I guess. Susan Pitt says, if this becomes a contagion among coin shops and dealers, how will we liquidate our metals when SHTF? That's a good question. I don't know anyone in my area that will accept barter with PMs. Maybe they will surface when things get worse. I think that's likely the answer. As we start to see this stuff happening, you will see them surface, or there may be pawn shops may pop up, or little mini other types of businesses and what have you. We'll see here. Very good. All right. And let's see here. Let's march ahead here. We've got Metalhead. We have to fight the big banks and corrupt government. And a lot of corruption all across the spectrum for sure. Sadly, that's the world we live in these days. And it's only getting worse, sadly. I hate to say that, but it really is true. Peter Grace, love that gold Marlin coin. It would be awesome in a 10th ounce or better still, 1 kilo. Platinum or silver also. As for the financial institutions, treat it like taxation. Minimize what you deal with them. I was debanked by a bank I had since I was in high school. It was a regional bank at that time. It had a 1980s report records. I had my account closed, no notice. I was in Darwin, Australia, had $100 cash and flying out to the remote islands. Since this wake-up call in 2010, it's a must to diversify. Good point, Peter Grace. Sorry to hear that happened to you. That's crazy. Yep. Lars Job says, something seems off. We all know they're trying to get everyone into the big corporate banks and then start buy-ins and freezing accounts. Now feels like jumping the gun if they aren't quite as clever as they think they are. Yep, it's crazy. Getting into the big corporate banks is something else, and I don't know how you compete with that if they close all these other banks up. Credit unions, where the strength of some of these smaller institutions and banks. A lot of them are going to try to get pushed out as well, too, so who knows? All right, very good. No problem, King Trump. Thanks for popping in. Mike Henry says, I'll speculate for you. They're now trying to restrict American citizens from buying gold and silver. The reset is coming. I tell you what, that could be a conclusion we can come to if it keeps happening. If you ain't stacking, you slacking. So Wolverine says, AI will figure this out and problems out soon enough. There we go. AI will be everywhere and everything. It's insane. Hello, Eagle Steve. Good to see you. Mariana Chin says, unless your name is Biden, on SARS. Yeah, exactly. He gets away with it all. There is no righteous but God, says. Thanks for sharing the information, Sal. Pray the LCS owner gets this sorted out soon. I hope so, too. Thank you for your comment. Excellent report, says DD Prepper. Thank you, brother. As we continue to march ahead here. Let's see here. We got to get back over here. Where was this? Let's do this. Pull this in. We've got to do some things here. This is Jonathan Pooley, 1255, says the following here. He says this is happening all over the United Kingdom too. So yeah, you're like the second or third person that said about the United Kingdom this is occurring. It's definitely because they don't want us buying precious metals. I'm a stacker, too, and my account was closed 3 weeks ago. They closed all my accounts. Buckle up, guys. We're in for a ride. Whoa, crazy. Overreach come to our metals. Have you ever thought about these overreach come from our metals? Yeah, it's something. We just have to find small boating accidents around. Small banks are going out of business. Makes me think about the savings and loan crisis. Yeah, it's crazy what could be coming. All right. Yep, it is nuts. We really are living in very interesting times, that's for sure. Slap at the huge base with the Turd Ferguson emoticon there. It's great. I love that. Turd Ferguson says, for now, banks are a necessity for most of us folks. If your bank pulls the scrap on you, there are many other banking options, especially online banks, those have no brick and mortar bank branches, offering everything from your local branch does, usually paying much higher interest rates than deposits, including $250K FDIC insurance. Be very careful with those. Because they're online, no brick and mortar, they can just take your money and run. That's what I worry about the online banking options, but I get what you're saying. El Porcano, thank you, El Porcano. Long time no see, good to see you. Australian $4 there, thank you so much. Yes, indeed, thank you. No, I've not heard of any reason for getting debanked. We speculate that it could be because there's a heavy cash business, but if they're reporting that legally, then there should be no problems if they withdraw cash or what have you. But anyways, Nick Coins is here. Good to see you. Jamie Fox is here. Welcome, everybody. HVAC is here as well. Thank you, El Porcano. You're only the third super chat of the night, so thank you for that, brother. Mark Lewis Thang says, thank you, Sal. Never keep all of your eggs in one basket. I don't really see how people could. Trust a bank, use your money to make money for themselves. That's right, exactly. And we've got Jeff Shaw. I've seen videos about this, and it's troubling. I hope it's not a trend. I hope not either. As we get closer and closer here. User says, screw them. We're better off without them. Yep, I hear ya. Yep. Hot-headed Joel. They're closing all types of accounts because of people's political beliefs. I can't help but wonder if that's a motivating factor as well, too. Jorge Mendez. Friend is an intelligence officer. She claims that without the CIA, Russia would launch a nuclear strike against the U.S. and wipe out all civilization within its borders. There's a deterring factor. But that's obvious. In other words, they would wipe us out if there was no defenses. Or no intelligence organizations to tell when the missiles are put in position to launch. Because likely we could take them out before they ever even leave the silos, is probably what I'm thinking. Thermofish says, when financial intelligence complexes are united, internal surveillance as well. I bet before the accounts were closed, there were coordination with the FBI to see if the owner was also a registered gun owner. That could be, among other things, that don't fit into the ESG scores of said bank. Yep, I could definitely see that happening. And Lawrence Job here in the chat is exactly right. And it's tough to do. Try to keep as low of a profile as you can online. Because you're going to go for the low-hanging fruit. They're going to check your online presence, social media postings, and all that stuff. I know I try to do that myself, keep a low profile online. Except for here, but I try to protect my identity here. Chris saw another video about the guy won't say what bank. He won't do it yet, because he's hoping maybe he can appeal it, is my guess. Brandon Smith says, banks are conspiring to get real hard assets with some of their fake money to prop them up. All right. People let strangers hold their money. Let me hold it for you, then I'll manage it. Yeah. Now I hear you. I guess part of the problem, too, is you have a lot of cash in your home. If there's a fire, it burns up. It's literally gone. There's some literally physical protection for some of it, but also it's a custodian to intervene whenever moving money, especially these days in this digital world. But I get what you're saying. Let's go up to some of today's videos now. We're a little bit... if we get any more, we'll get to some of these. I did catch up with a lot of this stuff. Darren, nice job. Where's your recommended metals trader? Well, I don't. You mean precious metals dealer? There's a whole lot of them out there that are good. I can rattle off a couple of listed. We've got Provident Metals, Bold Precious Metals, JM Bullion, which is Provident essentially, APMEX, SD Bullion, Monument Metals, etc. Guys and bells, when China forces gold and silver back currency, you will not be able to buy any. Yeah, crazy. Mark Razor, I know all of our comments are being watched by the government. Yeah, it would not be surprising if there's not an algorithm out there, catching some stuff on it. But anyways. All right, let's see here. We've got JG, join a credit union. There you go. That's probably a good idea. And Mariolda Lane says, this is one example of control the banks will have through the use of future CBDCs. Okay, I forgot. I'm going to keep going up here. I'm trying to get to today's videos. A lot of comments, and that one was a fairly popular video. Let's go over here. All right, here we go. James O'Neill Brown, a pledge of allegiance for which the Salvation Medal stands, one nation under heavy metal, with liberty and justice for all the stackers. There you go. Under God. Thank you. Aussie Girl is here. Good to see you. Snake Bite is here. Good to see you. They're keeping an eye on us, aren't they? All right. Let's see here. Let's march ahead here to the next one. Let's see here. Okay, all precious metals are definitely better than toilet paper fiat currency. As in a long stream of time of their history, They are better. Aussie Girl says here, they're trying to remove the cash in sales and purchases. They want to control what you buy and where you spend your money. It's happening in your stores. In the USA, it will happen eventually. Some places, they don't even accept cash anymore at all. But they technically should, right? Let's see here. All right, here we go. These two metals made big moves today from Jeff Shaw. I have one Palladium Eagle, and the spot price has really dropped. Did you buy it higher, huh? Wow, yep. Crazy, crazy. Congratulations on having one of those. And we've got Calvin. Absolutely right on, Sal. Global warming, that's false religion. I'm a denier. Yes, indeed. And really is a religion. You hit the nail on the head on that. Richard Metcalf says, I sold all of my palladium and bought gold when palladium was at its high. Good, smart move. Yes, indeed. Very good move. I wish I would have kept at least 1 ounce. I still have a bit of platinum. Hope it reaches its all-time highs. Yes, indeed, Richard. Good move. Yes, just for a collector's sake, it's nice to have an example of each metal, for sure. Yep, the biggest banks will be the last one standing in a banking crisis. That's right, and that's the way they want it, right? They can rule supreme. Too big to fail is the words used. Emerald Coast Stacker, the Palladium Winged Liberty is absolutely beautiful. Would love to add that to my collection. It is a nice one, indeed. Thank you. And let's see here. We've got nice coins, thumbs up. Thank you, Silita. Appreciate that. Savage. We'll get to that. If we get time, we'll refresh this. Great info, Sal. And as a bonus, I'm feeling all scienced up. Thank you. All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that very, very much. All right. Gregory says here, I don't deal with physical metals, but the palladium mercury design is quite nice. Yes, it is nice indeed. It's much larger than the dime with more detail, and the Eagle reverse looks great. As far as the global warming goes, you were right in one sense. The Earth typically changes very slowly over long periods of time. Man's carbon dioxide output has kind of kicked the Milosevic cycles out of sync. We are supposed to be getting cooler, but instead we are getting warmer. In 100 years, this world is going to look a lot different. No worries for me, as I will be long gone, but if I'm reincarnated, I'll have to worry about it. Well, Gregory Green, that's according to models that make you think that. But the Milosevic cycles, how is it kicking it out of sync? Especially when you look at the carbon output in the 30s, which was much, much less. And the temperature spiked big time spikes in temperatures in the 30s. Anyways, all right, thank you. All right, Sandman Slim says, great video, Sal. He says here, I am still building my base of gold and silver. I really want to be able to pull the trigger on platinum, but I'm not there yet. You really sell the platinum and rhodium out without even trying to. I hope I get the chance to get some of the platinum base metal. I have a feeling I will still get my chance. Thanks for the knowledge. I really hope you do, and I hope you enjoy it, but only buy at your own comfortability, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. You guys are great. Let's see here. We've got Jonathan Mendeo says, I got a good deal a few weeks ago and bought the dip. I'm happy with my purchase. Congratulations. Yes, indeed. I'm a platinum bull, but I still love the mercury design of the palladium too. I do too. It really is a nice coin. All right. No IQ says, great video, Sal. Very informative. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that very, very much. Why does anyone use Bank of America? Good question. I don't know. All right. Dark Phoenix, I'm hearing whispers that people are starting to use platinum as currency. It's more possible than you may think. Wow, I have not heard anybody using it as currency. Not a single person, but that's a fascinating concept. Scott Johnson says, thanks for that Palladium Liberty head. What a beautiful coin. I really enjoy seeing so many different pieces on your channel. Well, thank you, sir. You're one of the few that notice, but I try to show a variety of things that keep the viewers engaged visually. You give such great views and close-ups that often help me to decide whether or not to purchase certain pieces. I always look forward to your videos. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, Mr. Johnson. That's very kind of you to say. Very much appreciate that. Very much. Dennis Niemeyer is here. Good to see you. And always good to see Nick's Coins with us tonight. Appreciate it. Jan Lloyd says, how many cigs does that guy smoke every day? Explore. I don't know. Why don't you ask him? And let's see here. Bed Todd, love Pitt going to try to give some. I think he meant love platinum. Need a lot. Only going to get platinum because last year, great video sale. Thank you. PT is actually the pronunciation for, or the acronym, or the abbreviation, the chemical symbol. 40. I got into platinum in the low 800s, only 11 ounces, but I like what I'm seeing. Way to go. Nicely done. All right, let's get to, just picked up 1 ounce. Roaring Line of Judah. Nice. Congratulations. Surf and Silver. Always love the Palladium Winged Liberty. Yes, it's a beautiful design. Always one of my favorite designs ever made. We'll have one of those eventually. I hope you can get one. I still want to get the 2019 reverse proof version to complete the collection there. But the tribe here says the following. The last time you made a platinum video was during a good buying opportunity. Thanks for bringing the timely awareness to the Salvation Nation. Thank you, the tribe. I appreciate it. I slurp in your honor. Shadow Work is here, by the way. Good to see Shadow Work. GNS Metals. Rick is here. Cybercurtain Twitcher is still here. Oh, yeah. Very good. As we continue to march ahead here, as we always do. Let's see here. All right, we've got, here's the proof that silver will rise soon. This video actually turned out to be right, actually. Not very often that I get things right, but it is rising now. The Boomer. Look, folks, when the system falls apart, all of these guesses about where silver and gold are priced are going to be blown out of the water. Whatever you think they will be at will be much higher. Fear does things to people, and precious metals help to calm that fear. The panic to own precious metals is going to be a historic thing to watch. Get ready, because it's coming. Well, we shall see. We definitely shall see on that. I wouldn't be so sure about that, per se, but I think we are in for an increase. Very good. All right. There you go, Colonic Stacker. It would be a nice choice, for sure. We need some ambassadorship over there, as they are involved in kind of nefarious coins that are questionable in their ethics and their presentation. Brian is the 3000. Anyone who thinks we live in the free countries these days is dreaming. Yep. I think the freest economy in the world is in Singapore, if I'm not mistaken. 999 gold and silver here on this video. Making the most of your dollar when you buy silver. That's a little short video I did. I don't do those too often. They really don't do much. Picked up 2 silver coins from the Royal Mint with King Charles III coronation. Limited edition coins. Will feature one of them on my channel when they arrive. Up to 191 subscribers. Thanks for the inspiration. Loved your full gold stack video. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I think that will soon be worth $3,000 an ounce for gold. Wow. I guess that's possible for sure. That very well could be possible for gold, especially if we see another crisis and a deep recession. The tail end of that, gold could reach that. All right. We've got John Bethia. Since the USA versus Ghost dollar is worth nothing, maybe we should go back to the Confederate dollar because they are worth more. That's right, they're collectible nowadays, indeed. True that. All right. Let's see. Let's take a slurp of coffee here. All right, Nickel Stacking is here too. Welcome, Nickel Stacking. Always appreciate Nickel Stacking popping in. Appreciate that, brother. And let's get over here to this comment from Gregory Green. A video from this morning. Finally went to this morning's video. He says, the only problem with BRICS is that no one trusts the 2 dictatorships, Russia and China. Another problem is that India has real incentive to not want to antagonize the West. Foreign investment has been shifting away from China towards India. They want that flow to continue. At some point, it would not surprise me to see India drop out. BRICS has been at it for 13 years without much real progress. It's actually a very good point. I like this nuanced kind of discussion about these things. And that's definitely a fair and a valid point there. Thank you so much for it. All right. Jeff Nelson saw a video. A guy hasn't slept since 60s. Since 60 seconds, I guess. 60 seconds. I haven't slept since this morning when I got out of bed. That's been pretty good. I've not one shut eye, not even a little 5-minute nap. Time flies when you're having fun. That's right, Richard Metcalf. Good to see you. Platinum Gnome is here. Good to see ya. Evan, 9565. Stacker investment strategy or mindset. Buy whenever, high or low, and never sell. That is really the case. You do it, use dollar concept averaging. Just another Oglesby. I have this weird feeling there'll be another intervention or tech that will use the next commodity base. Make the next commodity base. Salt used to be traded like silver and gold. We all know silver has more uses, or does oil more. Why is the standard, which something like tungsten or beryllium come up, makes me think something silly like tulips or flux capacitor fuel that only a few people will see coming. Yeah, it's crazy. You never know. I think gold has pretty much solidified its place, pun intended, as the king of the monetary assets that are out there. Lasted the longest. Good to see Erickson is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Hot-headed Joel. Many nations are joining BRICS this January. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, UAE, and Ethiopia. BRICS does not need a common currency or anything backed by gold. All they have to do is refuse to accept a dollar in exchange for their products, most importantly, oil and gas, which they control. Well, I would agree with you, hot-headed Joel, but the thing is that they would probably collapse without the dollar. Many of those nations, they're trying. Egypt is an example. I've actually talked about it. Iran, I don't think, has the dollar, but they were given a bunch of foreign currencies by the Obama administration before they left. But Saudi Arabia, yeah, they're trying. UAE and Ethiopia, they're smaller economies, and but the thing is the other BRICS nations like India still needs the dollar. China holds a lot of our dollars. Russia is only one of the big three that does not, and their economy, by the way, is only the size of Italy's. So when you think about it from the economic aspect of it, we'll see here. But anyways, thank you, NXXX. Appreciate it. Lead, steel, silver stacker. Silver catching a bid this morning, but 10-year yield is falling with the Dixie and stocks moving higher. It's the Fed finally stepping up to prop up the market. See how this week plays out. We shall see. We definitely shall see how it plays out. Rude Awakening is here. A good revolving door of folks popping in. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And let's see here. Let's get up to the next comment from today's video. This video from this morning did not get very many views, but it's a very interesting concept. The only type of gold standard could top with $1. Something you all should check out if you get a chance here. Let's answer this one from Hoosier Stacker, because he did post a response video to this, and I appreciate him doing that. He says, "This is unacceptable, and I'm calling BS." He's still riled up about this. "I get why banks do this to curtail money laundering of illicit activity, but to do this, to be honest, hardworking people for absolutely no reason, and they'll never disclose why, which is even more insulting, is a direct assault on the people and our right to prosper." Exactly. Yes, this involves precious metals now, but it could happen to anyone, anytime, for any reason, just because the people don't want to conform to the machine. And that's the thing. It's in all these agreements. And I think the bank should have a customer bill of rights. I really do. I think it's a good idea to check what your agreement is when you have money in the bank and what the FDIC insured covers. But yep, good point. Jack Red, the circulation of gold may reduce gold prices locally as people are trying to sell it off for other things. Of course, they sell the gold overseas where prices are higher, that is, but that may also be bad, as their country would lose a lot of gold. Yep, that's true. All right. 7 million, just more of that to go as we move on forward. Come on. No more scammers have called us, by the way. Lars Jobs, algorithm food. That does help, especially videos like this. I appreciate the comments and the thumbs up. That definitely does help. By the way, without me even mentioning anything, we have 120 thumbs up on this live stream. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Silver Mountain says, I love the smell of precious metals in the morning. Yes, indeed, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch and be here for sure. Johnny Silver, got no notice of your videos today, and they did not show up on my feed on my phone. A lot of people didn't, Johnny Silver. Yep, that's why the videos, I think that's why the views are down. So thank you for popping in, and thank you for being here, and I hope you get a chance to check it out. Very good. All right, and let's see here. CJF Fazio, looks suspicious to me shutting down the account. Yes, it is concerning indeed. John Bannon here. He says, we shall see. Thanks for the info. I'm sure many people don't know this. Like, thumb up. Have a great day, brother. Thank you for the thumbs up. Still buying some silver and more gold and some platinum these days. I've got a lot of silver, many bars, 1 ounce to 100 ounce, and everything in between. Lots of coins, maples, mostly rounds. Pretty good. Nice. Good job. Good job. Let's see here. No IQ says, very, very informative. Thank you, Sal. Thank you very much. Scott Wilson says here, the people need to pay attention. This attack has been punishing pawn shops, gun shops, and private citizens for a while, and silence is all you hear. It's high time, Sal. Thank you. We need a private gold, silver, bank of exchange for the free people. We also need a store of barter for foods and goods outside of the system now. That's right. Hello, Savage Stacker, the one and the only. He's been making some moves in the world of precious metals, working hard. Check out Savage Stacker's channel. Welcome. Thank you, brother. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, indeed. He's been real busy lately. Hope your dad is doing okay. Praying for him. And let's see here. All right. Thank you, Scott Wilson. Richard Metcalf says, black silk, no cinnamon or baking soda, just a little honey. Actually, you're close, Richard Metcalf. It is a little trivia. Oh, wait a second. He says this is what he drinks. No cinnamon or baking soda, just a little honey. I sit on the throne with Sal on the phone, and I'm set for the day. There you go. So he has black silk and a little bit of honey for his coffee. Slightly different recipe. Yes, indeed. All right. Ordinary Man 1904 says the biggest problem with U.S. Mint is its customers. People like you, Sal, who never stop paying for substandard products. Yep, I hear you. In the end, that's really what it's about. The thing is, though, they used to be great, and if you're a collector, well, that means I have to give up some of the coins I collect, but maybe that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a matter of time. But Silver Wolverine did a video showing the sales have declined from people returning a bunch of the American Liberty coins. So maybe the message is getting out there. So, yes, indeed. Manuel Miranda, the problem with gold is you start talking about trade and monetary transactions. This could be the millions or billions. There's no country association or union that could accommodate transaction in tons of gold. The only thing, a couple of ounces or even a kilo of gold, but tons of it has a lot of logistical issues. Yep, true. That's right. But if it's going to happen, it's going to be between central banks, and they'll find ways to do it, carted across in trains or what have you. Very, very true. Or even planes in little bits at a time. All right. Let's see here. We have got Roland Stack and Stag Actor. Here's a question for you guys. Should I sell my Rolex Batman to purchase silver, gold, or platinum? I would profit $7,000 in the watch. I would say do it. But if you're a big-time watch collector, that might be a tough thing to get rid of. Yes, indeed. All right. Hey, Exploring the COD, thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Homestead Aquarius says, yeah, India ain't real happy with either of these countries. But many of our old allies are looking at us with a side eye lately. Great job, Sal. I could see us ever paying for a round of drinks with a $5 gold piece. I don't see us ever doing that either. ever again. That's for sure. And there's Magic Micah's with us tonight too, and her and her husband are both with us. Good to see you guys. All right. All right. Ray Gilgrath says here, platinum is a very rare metal, far undervalued, and should be way higher than gold if you look at mining ratios. Yep, only mining ratios, but it's crazy. All right, have a good night, CCT. Thanks for being here. We've got Helen Dobbs says, I think it will happen when other countries start selling back our debit card and will only take gold in payment. We shall see. All right, folks, we are going to do something a little bit different now. We are going to, let's see here. I'm going to pop over here to the YouTube. And let's see who is live. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. I can't believe I'm actually live. But so is Empire Precious Metals is live. And he's selling a peace dollar. Look at that. He's selling a peace dollar. So everybody check out Empire Precious Metals.
One star with another star.
And give him a salary. And see what he's going to get for this. Let's see what he's going to get for this peace dollar in his auction here. I'm kind of curious to see what this is going to do. So everybody check out Empire Precious Metals.
Tiger.
Let's see what he's got.
Salraid. Thank you, Salivate.
Let's see what pops up here.
I appreciate you very, very much.
Yes, he does make a better Uncle Sal than me.
89, 90 to Star Stacker.
Let's see what the bids are. I'm curious to see what the bids are on this peace dollar. Let's see what it comes down to.
3 to Star.
Oh boy! It's at $90. It's at $90 already.
And we are
sold.
Star Stacker with the second win on the night.
Oh man, somebody would have got it for 91 if they were just a little quicker.
Another add-on.
But there you go. So everybody pop in there. He'll probably be going after I'm done too. They just started a little while ago. So when we're done here, if you want to pop over there, thank you JM Unleashed for posting a link to his channel. I'll pin that. And so we'll get back over. We'll get to him later. But check him out. One of the most exciting auctions there on Tuesday nights. So check that out. Thank you guys. So let's get back over here. And let's see what Aussie Girl has to say. Aussie Girl on this video about the only kind of type of gold standard. This is pretty interesting content in this video, by the way. So Aussie Girl says, BRICS fizzled for now. Australia is still aligned with the UK for now. Commonwealth partner. We are where they threw their problem people historically. That's right. Welcome to the colonies, and we're still connected, so we won't be joining BRICS. We're also aligned with USA, so extremely unlikely. Weird stuff happening here in Australia with a big local bullion dealer. Older bullion PM prices now have GST applied. I'll ring today to find out why they are GST free. I guess it's some sort of tax there. Last week we've been waiting on a big drop, and suddenly older pieces have GST and newer price doesn't. It's one of the biggest, and there was no warning. I'll see what I can find out. Need to send you some info. Can't find your email. Email's at the bottom of the screen here in this live stream. Also, girl, I think you're with us. So yes, check that out. Very, very good. So yeah, feel free to email me if you want. I like you. Very good. Judy is here. Silver and Lead is here. Size 9 is here. Good to see you. Barton Mulder says, does anyone really believe what each country is telling us about what their true holdings are? Yeah, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if they really are, including us. Are we secretly buying gold? I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyways, we'll see here. All right. There you go. Yeah, well, Red, yeah, he does those auctions, and it's all good. Little overlap there, but it's all good. And he's got a good thing going there, but very good. All right, let's see here. Let's march ahead here to the next one. Let's see here. Where are we at here? We've got Troy says on this video, $0 silver. Let me do this. I gotta try to make this more. There's Ontario, by the way. Welcome, Ontario. Good to see you. So, Troy, question: where is the best, cheapest place to buy silver without the premiums and outrageous fees? And also, to reverse, where to sell your silver in a pinch? Pawn shops are a joke. Stop giving 20 bucks per ounce, only giving 20 bucks per ounce even for premium coins and bars. Joke, scam, help. Yep, Troy, best thing to do is look at, for online, you want to go to findbullionprices.com. It depends on the product you want to buy. You can find the lowest price there for silver, typically online, and just shop around like anything else. It's basically shopping around and see what's out there. And then the other thing too, to sell it, the same type of deal. And you got to shop around and find dealers who want to sell it, buy it from you. But you're right, do not sell it to a pawn shop. Mostly, there are some exceptions, but mostly you don't want to sell to a pawn shop. All right. Actually, I have bought silver on YouTube before, Jorge. It doesn't happen very often, but it's from people I know and trust. Only from people I know and trust. And it's not very often. Media Man on this, we'll go ahead and says Canada was widely criticized in the States. Well, it was also criticized widely in Canada, too, for the temporary closing of bank accounts of terrorist anarchists. Well, Media Man, I would love to know where the terrorist anarchists are. I've not heard of any of that. But anyways, yet it makes sense to close accounts of people in the U.S. who display suspicious behavior. However, I agree those accounts shutdowns were inappropriate and setting a dangerous precedent. Yes, it does indeed set a dangerous precedent. And by the way, the worst thing I heard about the Canadian truckers was not terrorist activity, but blocking traffic, which is still bad and not good. They should not block traffic, but I digress. But even that does not mean that their accounts should be frozen and shut down. But anyways, all right. Shadow Work, thank you so much for the $1.49 super chat. Appreciate that, my brother. Very kind of you. All right. Yes, indeed. In fact, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do a sale right now, starting with Shadow Work. Yes, that's right. We haven't done this in a while. For every dollar donated via super chat, we're going to do 2 push-ups or 2 exercises. Every dollar donated via PayPal, friends and family, we'll do 3. Yeah, that's right. So now for Shadow Work, we're going to do, let's see here. I guess that's going to be, let me see. Let me look at this and see what that is. I think it's $1.49. If I can get my mouse back, I'll scroll up and see what it was. Check here. $1.49. So I owe him 3 push-ups. I'm going to give him 3 good push-ups. We're doubling up on that. So here we go. Thank you. The sale is on right now. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. For limited time only. Fun. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Got to get the blood flowing a little bit. Even if it's just 3. Thank you, Shadow Work. Appreciate that, brother. Very, very kind of you indeed. All right. Every time I do a push-up, Surfing Silver will do a pull-up. That's right, working in the opposite direction. It brings balance to the force when he does that. Indeed. Thank you, Media Man. Great video, Sal. Thank you, Bernard. 8190. Thank you so much for that. Slim Harpo says here, NASDAQ and S&P will spank gold in the best days of gold. When stock inevitably falls, so will gold, and silver will fall even harder due to industrial correlation. Yep, that's just it. The industrial factors and the recessionary factors are not going to bode well for silver typically. But we'll see here. Very good. All right. Very good. Let's march forward. Low blood pressure. Here we go. This is this afternoon's video with the movement. Silver headed almost to $25 an ounce. Homestead Aquarius was second on this. Thank you, brother. E2 Silver says, let's go. Give me $30. There you go. Get $30. Heck, I'll be happy just to get to 28 so I can say I was right on my prediction. My britches are Electrum. Silver 28 to 30 by the end of the year. Gold 2,000 to 2,100 by the end of the year. There you go. I like that prediction. It's already over $30 in Canada, says Kat. Mutant Rife says, consumer confidence needs to be replaced with savings confidence. Exactly. We need more savers. We're a debt-ridden nation indeed. Electric Ninja says, come on, jump to 50 so I can sell and buy gold. There you go. Yes. There you go. That's right. That would be cool. I might trade some silver in for gold if I do that as well. $30 wall for me. Seen it 60 years. All right. That's his wall. Very good. Slurp some coffee. We're almost done with the coffee. All right. And come on, let's get this thing back in here. We've got to make progress. To the next comment. Southside Frankie. I bought the dip. I'm very happy with my purchases. There's been a huge demand for silver over the last decade, likely due to industrial demand as well as more people interested in precious metals is going north. Yep. Some of that has pulled back a little bit, but it may be only temporary. We'll see how demand goes for silver. Finally, a scammer call. Let's take this and see what this says. Hello? 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 Soul Patch Jackson, 106.1, The Corner, College Station here in Charlottesville, Virginia. There you go. All right. Soul Patch Jackson. Nice. The Corner FM. Richard Metcalf. And what ratio would you consider exchanging silver for gold? It would probably have to be pretty low. I'm talking 55 to 1, perhaps. Oh, man, Savage Stacker taking me up on the sale. I'll take 20. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. He is a pile driver. Here we go. 20 push-ups for the great Savage Stacker. Thank you. Ask about option 7. I will if they answer this sons of biscuits. Here we go. 20 for Savage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now that I could feel. That I could feel. Wow. Thank you, brother. Nice, Savage. That was awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Surfer and Silver's going to do 20 pull-ups to balance it all out. Man. Thank you, Savage Stacker. Rigo Silver. I'm not getting too excited. That's all right. Yep, you got to have a little bit. It's good to always keep a level head about you. I don't blame you, Rego. Homestead Aquarius says, the extra thick 2020 coin is so awesome. I think I need one. It has an infectious quality to it that can't be masked by the airtight. Yes, it's funny, your choice of words, infectious and masked, in that comment. That is very clever, Homestead Aquarius. Thank you, Rocky Superstar. He believes they're real. Thank you. Very good. Appreciate that. And let's get to the next comment. Here we've got, let's see. 66 Sam says, where did you get that 2-ounce round? Man, people are talking about that. I got it from Provident Metals back in 2020, actually. And they're not still available now, I don't think. I spent the first half of the video trying to figure out what it was. Kind of looked like a roulette wheel. It kind of was. Hoping your number didn't come up. Yeah, actually, I did end up getting it. But thank you, my friend. Let's see here. Liquid Electrum Hurricane Party. Thank you, brother. Yes, indeed. It's a little bit of a sale tonight. So I owe you 4 push-ups for that. Thank you, brother. We're doubling up on that. Yes, indeed. Thank you, my friend. Let's do it. Let's see here. All right. Might have to do curls next. After these 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. There we go. Well, let's see here. Thank you, Liquid Electrum, the man. All right. More pecs and angry chicken. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. My pecs really have not pecked out a whole lot. They're tighter. I will say that. No, my butts are flying. In fact, Dennis never gave me his phone number. He ended up becoming a menace. C. Phipps says, as we take a look, it would be quite the Mandela effect if I went back and looked at all the past videos and Sal always said, take a look, and never actually said, let's explore. That's right. Thought I'd throw you for a loop on this one. Yes, indeed. All right. Bob and Mary, gold usually follows oil, just a thought. Yep, not always, but there are somewhat correlated through the dollar index, but yes, indeed. Yep, we prayed for the people of Florida, as they are going to be hit with a pretty bad hurricane, so everybody keep them in your prayers. The Golden Family says 2580, here we come. There we go. Yep. It could be. That'd be another $1. Love your videos. Was waiting for as we explore. Yes, indeed. We did a little something there. A little change it up a little bit. Take a look. As people are noticing. If you want to know what I'm talking about, watch my newest video here if you missed it. Thank you, Ridge Runner. And Austrian Stacker, take a look. What we want to explore. That's right. Hell of a lot better than exploring. I know, he doesn't like that. But he doesn't like much of what I do, but he's still here. Evan, 95. Question for everybody of silver. Hits $30. Will you sell the silver you acquire below 25? Or did the premiums over spot push you over 30? It will probably push you over 30 for most of you if you've been buying in recent months here. Yeah, they say that I might get to a category 3 by the time it hits. Niels Hanser, we'll see here. Dale Torres says 25.75 by Friday. That's close my prediction. 25 by Friday. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You could be right. John Bethia says, oh, Sal, a hairy golf ball round. There we go. All right. Cool, says Timothy Whittington. Thank you, Timothy. Aussie Girl says, our silver has been rising over there a week ago, but the dealer, again, this week, people are now selling, so suddenly some limited grade bullion coins appeared. What does a girl do but to buy? Nice. Get some good pieces. I collect as well, so I have no intention of selling kooks or others. Also got a 2011 Liberty with the first Eagle for $54. Beautiful condition, which is a bargain. When prices goes up, items I have never see it come out of the girls got to pay up to secure the pretties. There you go. Not stacking worth buying at the moment, but for collectors, it's a good time. Good job, Aussie Girl. All right. Oh, man, the 1893 S. Morgan Silver Dollar for $550,000. No, I wouldn't. Because I'm not, the Morgans are okay. I've never been big on mint marks or rarities of that kind because of a mint mark. It just is not my collecting style. I'd rather just buy gold with it, I think. And Gold Chick says, 106.1 FM, we're only the Twisted Dare Venture. That's right. All right, let's refresh this one more time. See what we've got here. We're actually pretty much to the end of the live stream anyway, but you guys have been great tonight. I do have some I forgot about the time. I got a lot to do for the channel, some work and stuff with some other videos and the like. It never ends, but you guys are amazing. Thanks for being here tonight. I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all and leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. Don't forget to check out Empire Precious Metals auction that's going on right now. For even if you don't buy anything, just for fun, check it out. All right. Take care. See ya.